Alright, there you go. Don't turn off again. How you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. Dadgum tablet's giving me a hard way. Take that off. You see me a little better? Hey, how you doing? Gonna make a couple videos tonight. This first one, I am a avid Second Amendment guy. I cling to my Bible and my guns. I do. I don't think the fine government should have the authority to take either one from me. America was founded on it. Found a little fact here. Several of them, actually. This is what happens when countries take our guns to make us safer. Now, this happened all around the world. So all these governments, they said they was going to ban guns and take guns away from the common folk. Clean them glasses. To make them safer. They would be safer. So, in 1911, Turkey disarmed its citizens. And between 1915 and 1970, or 17, so 2-year span there, they murdered 1.5 million Armenians, however you say it. 2 years, they killed 1.5 million folks. That made them a lot safer, didn't it? And from my understanding, all these is the government doing the killing. It ain't like they took the guns away and somebody else came in and killed them. The government's doing this killing. 1929, Russia disarmed its citizens, and between 1929 and 1953, at least we got a longer span there. Let's see, that would be 24 years. They murdered 20 million Russians. 20 million. That's a lot of people. That's 1 million a year per an 1935, China disarmed its citizens, and between 1948 and 1952, they murdered at least 20 million Chinese. There's other figures that's got that number a lot higher. 1938, Germany disarmed its citizens, and between 1939 and 1945, they murdered 16 million people. Are you feeling safe? And our government wants our guns. Are you feeling safe? Can you feel the love? 1956, Cambodia disarmed its citizens, and between 1975 and 1977, they murdered 1 million people. 1964, Guatemala disarmed its citizens, and between 1964 and 1981, which ain't that far back, they murdered 100,000 Maya Indians. The Maya Indians are pretty much extinct now, from my understanding. And like I said, that's the government. It ain't like someone else came in. That was the government doing that killing. That's plumb ridiculous. And yet people want to holler at folks like me and say, oh, you're paranoid. Our government wouldn't do that. That won't happen here. That was way back in time. 1981 wasn't that long ago. Over half of them dates, I was alive. I'm born in 1959. Whole bunch of them, I was alive for them. I'm only 56 years old. Folks, in time and history, goes all the way back to the Roman Empire. the governments start getting so big and so greedy, they can't get enough money, they can't get enough power. And that's the two things career politicians want, is money and power. So the only way that a tyrant government can keep growing and flexing its muscles is to use force. Well, remember, when the government works for you, then you're a citizen. When the government takes over and takes control, you're a subject. If we allow them to take our guns, not only are we subject to what I just read, and don't think for a minute it can't happen in the good old USA. Yes, it can. Most of them people that I was reading about, they're dead now. Bet you they didn't think it happened to their government, their country, and their government would do it to them. And with the way we've been finding out how much our government lies to us, well, now we always know they've lied, but really, Fast and Furious, that was some crazy stuff. And we get more and more and more stuff that's coming out of the cracks in the dirt. You know, I used to ride motorcycles. My favorite patch that I had on it, because I had patch all over my jacket, because I was a weekend rider. I wasn't no real motorcycle gangster. I was one of them weekend riders, but I still enjoyed it. Well, actually, there was two patches that I liked. One says, "Does not play well with others." A lot to that. The one that I liked the most said, "Love my country, fear my government." That's a pack. And I'm still like that today. I'm patriotic, red, white, and blue running through my veins. But my government, I don't trust them no farther than I push this truck. And I don't feel very strong today. And the career politicians that we have in both parties. So no, I'm not picking a party or picking on a party. Both parties, these people go into the office and retire a millionaire, if not billionaires. How in the world do you do that off that kind of pay? I need a job like that. Beware. Be very, very wary. You don't want them to take our guns. Whether you like guns or not, and I can respect it if you don't. However, you need to respect old boys like me that do, because we might be the ones that's saving the government from coming and kicking your door in over BS. I'll respect your right not to like guns and not to own guns. You need to respect my right to like them and own them. And when it hits the fan, you need to be glad there's some folks like me around. That's when you need to be coming over hollering, "Can I borrow a gun and help?" No, I'm not advocating any kind of revolution or none of that nonsense. I'm just telling you, don't let them disarm America. They disarmed those countries. You don't want that happening here. And remember, them people that got killed there, they didn't say they went around looking for the gun toters and shot all the gun toters. They just commenced to killing people for all kinds of stupid reasons. Remember Hitler? If you wasn't pretty enough, if you wore glasses, if you talked funny, if you wasn't the perfect model, y'all be wary. That's my word on it. Remember, God loves you, and I love you. I hope you love our country enough to stand up for it. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.